welcome, and it's been a little while since I've played out one of these videos, but I've just been back to a little bit of Beethoven, having had a break for a while, and I've been revising the 6th piano sonata, which is one that I particularly like. It's a very Haydnesque piece, full of humour and sort of the classical spirit, I would say, but with a very Beethovenian twist to it, I'd say. So this movement, I was thinking about one particular element, and it was to do with a pianist called Glenn Gould, who was a great favourite pianist of mine when I was younger. I was really drawn to his playing, and of course he was a great master, a very controversial character, but always had interesting, thought-provoking things to say about the music, not just when he played, but also he spoke and wrote as well. And I read all his books, and also listened to a lot of interviews and TV performances and this sort of thing. And one of the points that he once made was that often when a pianist plays a sonata, we have a contrast between the main theme of the sonata, and then between that and then the second theme, which usually is a calmer, more tranquil affair. So in the example he gave was in the third concerto of Beethoven, where the opening, we have that sort of thing. And then we have a second subject, which is very lyrical in the relative major key. Like that. And he always said that people would often draw great attention to this contrast. They would play the opening subject in a very striking way, and then they would adopt a different tempo for the second subject to exaggerate the contrast. So we would have something like as our opening subject, and then he wondered why everybody did this, because it was in fact so usual and normal for a second subject to be in the relative major or the dominant major key. Nothing unusual about that at all. However, in this particular Beethoven sonata, something very unusual does happen when Beethoven brings all the tunes back at the end of the movement. The opening key is F major. So we're very much set in the F major mode. But when he brings back this tune for the recapitulation, that's when all the themes and tunes come back at the end of the piece, he does it in a very unrelated key, D major. So instead of having like that, we have this key. Like that. And so Glenn Gould would say, well, this is definitely an instance when one should indeed draw great attention to this extraordinary key. Nowadays, maybe we're not educated in such a way that we even notice this sort of thing. But in those days, this was a significant thing that was happening here. So Glenn Gould, in his recording of this piece, if that was his opening tempo, when he brings back the tune, he does something like this. Like that. And he draws terrific attention to the change of the character and the key. This again this is a controversial thing that he was doing at that time, but it is very, very interesting and always thought-provoking. And then you have your own thoughts about it, and then you decide which course you want to take. Anyway, let's see what course I take.